So the idea here in this video today is we're going to take a look at whether it's really necessary to use acid or regular degreaser, you know, whether that be Green Star, whether that be a actual dedicated wheel cleaner. We're going to see, but we're going to start with the obvious, just some regular water. We're going to see if this stuff you see there comes off with regular water, which I don't believe it will, but it might come off a little bit. It might run off. We might get a cleaner-ish tire, right? But we're going to see what's necessary: water, degreaser, or acid. Right? Ultimately, you can clean the majority of tires with just a degreaser. Acid's only really necessary when you've got embedded material that's been sitting for a long period of time. So let's just check it out with the water and we'll go from there. As you can see, it did probably something, but I'm gonna say most likely nothing mostly, right? You're gonna have to get in there with some kind of scrubbing at this point with this, right? Because the water just isn't working. So let's try the degreaser first, right? Which I'm just gonna go with Green Star from Koch Chemie. Just to see what that does. If that does a decent job, you know, we'll go into the dedicated wheel cleaner, which we're going to use from Duracoating Technologies, their Wheel Bomber and Wheelie Clean. So it's going to be a really good video. Stay tuned. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the Green Star, and then we'll work into Wheel Bomber and then Wheelie Clean, the acid, to see if it's really necessary to get rid of all of this. So the first test is going to just be kind of a lame little test, and it's going to be the Green Star with no scrubbing. Just spray it on there, let it sit for a second, then rinse it off, and we'll see if that gets rid of any of this, right? So that is Green Star. We're gonna let that sit for just a second. We're not gonna touch it. We're just trying to prove a point here that you do need to scrub when it comes to a degreaser. You can't just spray it on and rinse it off. I mean, if you have a power washer, you'll have a little bit more grab to be able to pull, but it still will be dirty and there will still be things left to be unsatisfied with. So let it sit for a second. We're gonna rinse it. Stay tuned. So now that we've let it sit for a minute, we're gonna rinse this and we're gonna see if anything came off with just putting the degreaser on there versus trying to scrub. So if anything, it may have lightened it up and taken off some things, but it didn't get what we want, right? It definitely loosened it up. It's no longer super tacky, but it's still there. So not scrubbing didn't work. So now we're gonna spray it on and then we'll scrub and we'll see what we have left. This is diluted 4:1. As you can see, it's pretty light. Right? You can make it stronger to give it more of an eating effect, but it's not necessary, especially when it comes to your product and your cost, right? You wanna make sure you wanna keep cost low. So using all of your product at a high solution isn't always beneficial, because more product doesn't always mean cleaner. You're adding the same chemical to this process and it's doing nothing more. So I'm not saying that this is the case, I'm saying that is sometimes the case. So let's get this scrubbed and see what it looks like. All right, so let's rinse it off, see what we got left. So, as you can see, there's still stuff to be left on there. And it's not necessarily not coming off, it's just a little bit more stuck, right? We want to get that off. That is no good. So we're going to go in with Wheel Bomber from Duracoating to see if it will just clean that right up. You see, we do have a decently cleaner tire, right? We know that the Green Star at a 4:1 wasn't good. So we're going to try Wheel Bomber 4:1 degreaser to see if it'll clean this up one time, right? We obviously got it knocked down and we'll try it on the other tire to kind of prove a point, but we'll see what this does. Sorry, my bottle's kind of fucked up, but it's not the chemical's fault, it's user error. Okay, so we got that on there. We're gonna let that sit for a second and we're gonna do the same thing, right? I won't even give it 2 minutes. I'll probably do 30 seconds, which we're coming up on. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit it. We'll just see how good this works, okay? See if it can break it up. If we got anything left over, we'll use acid, right? But I just don't think it's necessary. There's a reason why I use Duracoating. You know, a lot of people, you know, may not like the guy. I know I say that a lot, but like his products work really well. You know, when it comes to like getting it done the first time, it's always nice. Okay, so now we're looking. We got maybe some embedded stuff, right? We might have some in there. Don't know. Let's wait for it to dry and we'll check. But it is degreased, I'll tell you that. Okay, and just to prove a point, we're on this side on the tire that's super dirty as well. There's no difference from the other one, right? We got the lines in it. We got the dirty finger, okay? We're gonna do that initial rinse just to make sure nothing comes off, right? Okay, you remember the last one, the Green Star was less than par, right? It wasn't the type of thing you should use for the wheels, right? You need a dedicated wheel cleaner. It does work and you can get by with that, but it's just not efficient. So let's go with this and we'll show you how just using this for the one thing, you don't need to do it twice like we did on the other one. We'll just use this one chemical and we'll get the same result without having to do it twice. We'll just do it the once. Okay, let it sit, right? We allowed the Greenstar to sit for 2 minutes before we scrub, right? We're just doing the 30 seconds, right? Because we know that this chemical here is going to actually do the job because that's what it's meant to do. So degreasing, 4-to-1, wheel bomber, Duracoating Technologies, works great. See that? Scrubbed it the same amount. Okay, we had a lot to be mad about on the last one, so let's see. See, just once. Look at that. No marks, nothing left over, nothing to be sad about. It feels clean, everything feels good, right? The proof is in the chemical, right? Use the right products, get the right results, get efficient results. Don't scrub it twice, scrub it once, use the proper chemical. If you need acid, use acid. We're gonna go back to that every tire and see if we got it all. If not, we're gonna use the acid and show you what that does. So this tire is now dry, that first one, right? We do have some stuff down here that's less desirable. You see right here, there is deposit in here. You can see it based on the lines. There's some stuff here that we just couldn't get with the degreaser, so we're gonna use acid. This is Wheelie Clean from Duracoating Technologies as well. This is their acid. This is not diluted, this is straight acid. So be careful when using it, but you're gonna wanna do that same thing. Spray it on. Okay, generous amount's fine. And you're gonna go in and you're gonna scrub, okay? Same thing. You wanna scrub, scrub, scrub. Okay, then you're gonna neutralize your acids. You're gonna have a perfect tire. Duracoating, Wheelie Clean. The degreaser is Wheelie Bomber. Like I said, you can use Greenstar. You might have to scrub it a couple times, or you can use it pure dilution and you waste the product. But I want to do that. Just go ahead and get yourself a good wheel cleaner, right? Makes all the difference. You saw it. I mean, I don't need to prove it. You can see it in the video. Just watch.